Right then, Peter, we're joined here by George, Spurs fan. Make sure you check out his channel as well. I'll drop the link in the description when that video comes out, mate. We've done a little debate thing here today. Check it out, it's really good fun. You didn't have good fun, did you? St. James's though, did you?
I did not have good fun today. I wish I was at home. No, I'm kidding. I mean, look, I was expecting you guys to score a few goals because our defence has been very leaky. However, what I did not expect was for us just to not turn up at all. I really expected Son to be on fire. I expected our wingers to sort of take advantage of the fact you've got so many injuries at the back. It just didn't happen, and I think you guys punished us, especially because I think Werner had one or two good chances at the beginning.
I was right behind the goal for that one.
Oh, really? Is that on your side? Yeah. Oh, I couldn't believe it. I mean, we were obviously up in the gods, so we didn't see anything. But no, I was just really disappointed with that. And then obviously, once you got that first goal, I think the floodgates just opened. We just lost our heads a little bit.
Because I was fearful when I seen the lineups, and you see, Jacob Murphy was a winger at right back. You see Emil Kraft who's a right back at centre back. Dan Burn been playing at centre back again, moved to left back. He obviously hadn't been having a great season there. And then we had 11 players still missing the day. You've got Elliot Anderson in midfield, young lad. But Spurs were crap, to be fair, mate. They really were way off what I expected. And like you mentioned it, I thought have Son causes problems. And Madison turns up because the crowd were giving him a bit of stick because obviously he chose Spurs over Newcastle. So I expected more from Tottenham today, and I bet you all the travelling fans did as well.
Oh, 100%. I don't know, I can't really pinpoint like an exact thing. I think we probably missed Richarlison today, if I'm being honest, because I know he scored 2 against you guys in the reverse fixture. I think it was quite evident with how poor Sonny was. We're just missing that killer instinct striker, or even just to rough and tough a little bit with the centre-backs. I feel like you guys had a bit easy because Son had to collect a bit deep. When Johnson moved there, he's obviously not really a proper striker. He's not battling with the players. So I feel like it was quite easy to sweep things up. And then, Madison's not been in good form for a while. The two I was really, really surprised by were Van der Ven and Romero.
That was my next
because, they've been really solid. Even though we've conceded goals, as a partnership, they've been great. Van der Ven normally sweeps up. Romero's normally really good with his time tackles. And today, I don't know what happened. Van der Ven slipped. I feel like, especially losing the foot race to Isak for the third goal, I think it was, totally unexpected. So for me, it's just a clear case of the team were just not with it today whatsoever. I can't say why, I don't know why. Just we needed to have, I guess, more desire for it, to be honest.
Because Van der Ven, he's been getting lots of praise this season, and rightfully so. But today, he was all over the shop. That's got to be his worst game in a Tottenham shirt.
Easily the worst game. I think when he came in at the start of the season, we were really surprised just how good this guy was. And we didn't know how quick he was. He's the fastest player in the league. You saw last week, I think it was against Forest at home, Hudson-Odoi gave up running because Van der Ven just completely outpaced him, and they sort of bossed that game. So like I was saying before, seeing your lineup, I figured, all right, I knew the wingers were going to be tough to deal with given how our inverted fullbacks push up a lot and we leave a lot of space, but I was just so adamant that Van der Ven was going to be able to clear anything up. I thought Isak wasn't really going to have that much time on the ball, and it just almost was the exact opposite. Him switching off is the difference for us. When he was out injured from between, November to about late January, we did not look like the same team at all. And today, it almost looked like he wasn't in the team. And I think that really shows. When he's on fire, I think we can be unstoppable. And it just evidently wasn't that today at all.
Ange Postecoglou doing a very good job at Spurs. Eddie Howe had some nice words for him in the press conference. Eddie Howe's been under a bit of pressure from maybe the mainstream media more than the Newcastle fan base. How have you determined his season so far at Newcastle? What do you make of him still?
Season's a tough one because, he's completely outdone my expectations when you first brought him in. I was almost convinced you were going to go for a Conte Mourinho or even an Emery when he was available at the time. So he's definitely exceeded my expectations for what I thought before he joined. But I think it's a little bit harsh. You've had a lot of injuries this year. Could argue it's down to his management. Maybe he's played players too soon. I'm not too sure. I think potentially the biggest culprit is just you guys being in the Champions League. It's so demanding, more games a season. Not only that, you had a really tough group, which you almost escaped from. Unfortunately, some poor decisions meant you weren't. But I think just maybe all the games and stuff caught up to your maybe first team players, and then your depth obviously just isn't quite there yet. I think, to be honest with you, I think he is clearly the right man at the moment. I think the problem is because of last season being so good for you guys, getting fourth, getting into the Champions League, sort of exceeding expectations in a way, it probably puts more of a downer on this year. I think if you guys just got Europa League or something last year or Europa Conference, it might not be as bad of a feeling around him, but I think there shouldn't really be much pressure. Just another transfer window with more players and better backups.
Let's finish off on this one then. Tottenham, where they're going to finish, and Newcastle, where they're going to finish. Both European, hopefully.
Both
You've
European,
got it.
yeah.
You've got it, obviously. Champions League, though.
Champions League. I really, really thought we were going to get it. Like I'd say, if you asked me 2 weeks ago, I was like, yeah, top 4 guaranteed. Unfortunately, obviously, we let it slip today, and we've got a horrendous run coming up. The next games are Arsenal at home,
Tasty.
Chelsea away, Liverpool away. That is in a week of each other. Then we have, Burnley at home, but then it's City at home, and finish off at Sheffield United away. Wow. So it's a very, very tough run in, and I think Villa's looks a lot nicer than ours, and they're probably the main team we're competing with. I really needed a result today to have more optimism going into top 4. So you know what? I think we'll get 5th.
That should be enough.
And then it should be enough. I'm hoping that maybe enough English teams do well in Europe, as long as it's not Arsenal, to be honest with you. But hopefully that should be enough. And I think you guys, your form has been fairly. I think you can probably nab maybe 7th or 8th. It really, I think United. I'm not really impressed with United at all.
United now.
You have them now
before they play half-5 today.
Okay.
So as it stands, we're above them in 6th.
Okay. In that case, I do think you finish above them because they've just been awful recently for me. I don't think Ten Hag's good enough. So I think that must mean 7th then. Yeah, I think you finish 7th.
All right, nice one, mate. Cheers.
Enough,
Look forward to the season, man.
No.